What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Fringe. No, it is not clickbait. No, you don't have to worry about being fooled into a possible joke of a video here. We are going to the polls. Is it going to be right away? Not sure, but I can tell you right now, I can almost guarantee you we are getting an early election, and I can almost promise you it's going to be before the end of the year. We have some exciting news to drop on the channel today. So Justin Trudeau is on his way out. His job is done. It's over. I know I can't put that in the titles, but hey, let's take a look. I want to go into the polling because this is going to really reflect what it is we're showing today, what's been announced in the House of Commons. Conservatives currently taking a huge lead in the polls at 43%, down to Justin's 23%, so a 20% difference. And the NDP sitting at 17 with the Bloc at 8. I'm going to come back to these polls because I want to show you what's been revealed today, what's been discussed, and why this is important, and why I know there's going to be naysayers in the comments. I know there's going to be people saying, well, they've said that they're going to do, it's not going to happen. It's not, I'm going to show why it's going to happen. So stick with me here, naysayers. Let's get down to brass tacks. Blanchet stepping out in the House of Commons today, stating that we're having an election. He's calling an election. Now, I speculated earlier when we reported about Blanchet giving Justin Trudeau and his Liberals until the end of October. I believe it was October 26th to meet their demands, or else he would entertain the idea of calling an election. We all knew that what he's asking for was a never-never deal. It wasn't going to happen. It was $16 billion that it would cost Canadians roughly. And that's just a guesstimate before we get into things. If you watched my earlier video today with Justin Trudeau, in possible legal trouble for not giving unredacted documents to the Parliament after being told to produce said documents in a vote, I think the Bloc is starting to look at what's happening to the Liberal Party, what's happening to the NDP, and this is their chance to seize official opposition status in the next election. Again, I'm going to go over that, but let's listen to what Blanchet says. He says the Trudeau government acted spineless by not providing the Bloc with a clear answer. He says he will begin the process to force an election as early as next week. And there's no word salad here. Let's just get down to it.
Mr. Blanchet, why are you still willing to work with the Liberal government when they voted down this motion? Is that not sending a signal of some sort?
Okay, let's understand things as they are. The government, I will learn that word one day, did not have the spine to provide us and Canadians and Quebecers with a clear answer. So they just want to get some more time and to keep not deciding about anything. They might hope that they will go further than October 29th. They will not. So they have until a few days from now to go on with the royal recommendation. And if they do not, we will start as rapidly as next week to speak with other oppositions in order to get ready to go into an election. And I will tell you both in English and French that it is noticeable that the NDP voted in favor of this motion and that they could have eventually to assume the consequences of such a vote if we get to the next step without the government providing us and Canadians and Quebecers with what we want.
So what's essential? I apologize first and foremost for the audio being low. I tried to boost it as much as I could. Blanchet, again, very low voiced. But what we're seeing here is he's saying that Justin Trudeau is spineless. He doesn't want to fold to Quebecers' needs. But essentially what he's also pointing out is the elephant in the room. If we go back to the polls here, the Liberals are being threatened right now with non-party status. to Pierre Poilievre's massive conservative majority government that he's going to land in the next election. Jagmeet Singh, if you look at 17%, over the last 2 years, I mean, in 2022, they were sitting at 20%, and it kind of stays in a steady line, as you see here, all the way down until we get to 2022 or 2024, sorry, where they're sitting, they were at 16%. Now they're sitting at 17%. But we've seen the Liberals, even from last year at this time, let's go around July of last time, 31%. So in 12 months, 13, we've seen them dip 10% in the polls. This is a party on its way to non-party status. So with this recent by-election that happened in Quebec, with Lametti's riding that went to the Bloc, what Blanchette is seeing here is an opportunity. And this is where I say his recommendations for Justin Trudeau was a never-never deal. It was a carrot on a stick. We all knew Trudeau can't take it. There's no way for him to take the deal. So what Blanchette has come out and said is that, look, they're hoping that, you know, they can kick this along and last longer than October. He's saying they won't. So essentially what he's saying is there's no wheeling and dealing. It's not going to be a deal like the NDP had with the Liberals where Justin just says, yeah, hold on, I got it coming. We're going to get you your deals. It takes time to do these things. The Bloc says they're not buying what the Liberals are selling because they know darn well that what they've asked for is impossible. By pointing out that the NDP supported the motion and people saying, well, Jimmy McJuggernuggets isn't going to support a vote, I don't think he has a choice. Because his party might be threatened with non-party status at this point. If the Bloc is ready to go to the polls, if the Conservatives are ready to go to the polls, and the NDP opposes, it's a stalemate. You're essentially sinking your party at this point. Jagmeet Singh, what's really funny is if we even go down here, let's take a look at this tweet. Jagmeet Singh's expensed $143,000 in the last financial quarter to his constituency office. However, the office is locked and the lights are off. A note on the door has a phone number, but no one answers it, and voicemails are not returned. How and where is this money being spent? This is, again, my questions. But we all know that the NDP literally just finished paying off the loan that they took out for in the last federal election. They're at a point of being non-party status as well. They're going to lose everything if they don't support a Bloc motion to call for an election. So while Blanchette says that they're going to be begin the process to force an election as early as next week, this, ladies and gentlemen, is Christmas coming early this year. This is glorious, glorious news. We have been given a golden goose here. As much as I hate the Bloc, we are poised to go into an election now. Justin Trudeau's career, his tenure as Prime Minister is over at this point. Anybody who wants to be skeptical and say, nah, they're going to stall it out, it's going to go to 2025. I hope I don't eat crow on this, but again, these are not light threats coming from Blanchette. We've seen how the Bloc behaves. We've seen that they don't make promise or threats that they're not going to keep. They keep their word on what they're doing when it comes to dangling that carrot on the stick. And I think with everything, again, going on with the documents in the House of Commons, Trudeau's bills have been paused. They have been shut down. There's no more Liberal bills in the House of Commons until they produce those documents. The writing is on the wall, strategically, for the Bloc at this point to take a sweep in Quebec and form what I believe will be the next opposition in Canada. Is that a good thing? Not necessarily. But at the same time, if it means Justin Trudeau's out of a job, if it means Jagmeet Singh is not going to get his golden parachute, ladies and gentlemen, like I said earlier, Christmas has come early. This is fantastic news. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. I'm sure, again, there's going to be naysayers, but guys, the numbers don't lie. And I don't see Blanchette coming out saying, we're going to start talking next week about these things. It's not a scare tactic for Trudeau. He knows, we know, everybody knows. What he has asked for is completely unreasonable, unfathomable, and impossible for Justin Trudeau to produce. It's election time. We're going to be going into election very soon. Again, my prediction before Christmas. You saw the smile on Blanchette's face. You can see it on mine. The beginning of the end is on the wall for Justin Trudeau. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. If it's your first time here, we're climbing to 50,000 subscribers. Boy, I'd sure love to climb even higher and boost this channel as much as we can going into an election so people can get all the coverage they need. If it's your first time here and you enjoyed this content, please make sure to consider subscribing. I hope the video earned your subscription. Also, give a thumbs up and a comment on the way out. It helps push this video out there for other people to see. And hit your bell for notifications. Join me live here on the channel each and every Friday night for Friday Night Fringe, our live streaming Friday night weekly show where we go over everything that's happened this week in politics. We will definitely be talking about this with you guys on Friday. And I'm also joined on those streams by my beautiful wife, Mrs. Fringe, as we go over, again, stories like this, everything that we know that's coming up in politics, and we get some Q&A from you guys and back and forth within the community. We always enjoy talking to you guys outside of making these videos and hearing what you have to say in those live streams, and I look forward to seeing each and every one of you this Friday night starting at 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central here on the channel. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and have a great rest of your day. I know I will. I'll catch you on the next one.